Welcome back, everyone, to week 6 of the Nemesis Gaming League final match on the night. I'm Jonas alongside Chunk. We got ourselves a great match to finish off the night in the Challenger League, Motion versus Raptors.
Yeah, I would say a great matchup between a team that is looking to come up and make playoffs and a team that has been pretty dominant and looking to just clinch their seed overall.
Yeah, no, Motion have looked extremely solid, sitting at 8-2. They've been a force to be reckoned with Clouds kind of leading the charge for that team, having the new additions of Squirrel and Critter. They have been going at it. No one's really been able to slow them down. And Raptors, they've struggled here and there, and this is definitely going to be an uphill battle for them.
Yeah, 100%. I think that I like Motion in this matchup going forward, but I think that Raptors, with the recent changes, I feel like if they get going, they're going to be hard to stop, as well as this Motion team. If they also get going, they're going to be hard to stop. I'd say it's a pretty momentum-based matchup here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Raptors coming into this one at 4-6 overall. That's not the best looking record, but they have been picking it up. They have been picking up. They've gone 3-1 in their last four. A lot of those wins starting to find their way through. And if there is a time that I think they could take down Motion, I think it would be right now.
Yeah, they're kind of off a new fresh pickup. I said that last time, but they're getting more and more reps. So I'd say this is probably the last time you can maybe catch them uncomfortable. But other than that, if they get comfortable with each other like they do this season, I'd say it's gonna be a scary week.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think we're looking towards seeing local from Raptors. I think Cloud from Motion. Those are going to be the two standout players on either side. Going to be looking for them to lead the way on a lot of these plays for both these teams. But then again, we'll have to see if they can get the job done. Again, week 6 here in the Nemesis Gaming League playoffs on the horizon, and both these teams gearing up. Game number 1 set to go. Fresh 5 on the clock, and I'm really excited to see who's going to be able to come out of the gate firing.
Yeah, 100%. I think whoever gets that momentum we talked about is gonna come out and easily get at least a game or at least lead the game here early.
Yeah, I want to see some of that offense get started early, definitely from the Raptors. Want to see them put on a lot of pressure. Local, a wide open net, misses and then puts it behind a teammate. JP eyeing a double, will get pounced off target by Squirrel. Grambo looking middle Critter, big booming clear out. The transition from Motion will be cut short. Local, a nice demo there to buy a little bit more time and space, and you can see Local immediately looking to take charge on the offensive and trying to create plays, but still has to stay within himself.
Yeah, both teams can get these demos that will open up the field and give each other great opportunities to score. So I would say watch out for these demos that make plays happen for these teams here tonight.
Yeah, we've already seen a lot of early on aggressiveness, really from either side, and still just waiting for it to pay off for one of these sides to get things started. But been a nice back and forth. First minute and a half. Squirrel eyeing a double here. Can he knock it down? No. Grambo will take it away before he has the chance. Clouds misflip. This one going out. Middle Critter collides with Local. Grambo has a little bit of time. You can see JP immediately look for the demo upfield, but Squirrel evades it and finds the clear again. Defense might just be the name of the game. Local ceiling pinch to Grambo, cannot reach it, but I mean, that's why we said his name early, Chunk.
Yeah, 100%. I think Local. I said in a few in a post stream that I thought Clouds was the most mechanical, as JP will sneak one through. I think it was just a miscue here by by Clouds. Just gets kind of the ball sent behind him, and no one was there to back him up. But I'd say that, like I was saying, I said Clouds was the most mechanical, but I'd say Local close second. So I'd like to see some mechanics here tonight and spice up the stream here.
Yeah, I would expect that kind of both these teams know who those standout stars are, and wouldn't expect each of these teams to give them time, but you know what? Rocket League moves so fast that sometimes those opportunities are going to present themselves, and I would agree. I would love to see either Clouds or Local take advantage of maybe some time and space that they're given down the road, but as of right now, Motion as a unit need to try and bring this one back. JP's flick will get cut down by Clouds, but officially passing the halfway mark in game number 1. And Raptors, they have been doing really quick work on defense, ultimately not allowing Motion to do a ton on the offensive side.
Yeah, 100%. Only 2 shots coming out from this Motion squad so far, and not really quality looks that you would expect a goal to come from. So like you said, I'd like to see a lot more of applied pressure and prolonged pressure here on the side.
Yeah, they're going to have to get something started. That one taken away by Grambo up high. You know, maybe a little more physicality, some more bumps and demos never hurt. Maybe going for some more passing plays. There we see a demo shot is stopped. Squirrel follow-up will miss high. Clouds trying to send another one. This one misses Grambo. The clear straight to Critter, but blocked early by JP. Now in transition, Raptors looking to jump on something else will get turned away, and Motion still trying to do anything they can to find that first goal of the series. This could be it. Huge overextension. Clouds goes middle, but Critter is late. Ball from Squirrel off target as well. The clear is made, and Raptors head right back to the other side.
Yeah, Cloud's getting a lot of opportunities here to pass to his teammates, but they can't seem to connect on the final touch to put it in, and it's really costing them that equalizing goal here, as there's only 1 minute left to get it done here.
Yeah, they're going to have to change something up late here in game number 1, because right now Raptors, they do just look in control. And if you're a Raptors fan, this is the exact kind of look you want to see here in game number 1. But can they hold on to it? 40 seconds, Critter, big double downfield, him and Squirrel, not a lot of boost. Flick on target, saved away by Grambo. Now Clouds might have a look, chips it high, maybe too high, as Grambo will rip it away. Squirrel, again, just booming something up top of Local. There for the Raptors, dropping down middle again. Just seems like Motion can't really connect on the offensive end.
Yeah, maybe they need to like connect with each other. Maybe some passing plays, demos like we talked up. They need to switch something up, as they are not getting a lot of pressure here. But I've seen a bunch of double commits from Raptors, so maybe they can capitalize on that and get a goal here. But no, the game will end, and I think that if they apply that, though, they could definitely get some momentum and take this game too.
Yeah, definitely thought there was, you know, a few chances early. As, you know, we'll look over the stat sheet. You can see that both these teams did have the same amount of shots. Raptors were just able to take advantage a little more, put some more on target, and Motion could not keep them out. The defense just not quite as strong as it needed to be, and ultimately we still saw some good looks here and there, but Motion, they didn't quite look like they were working too much as a unit.
Yeah, normally you think of Motion as a high-powered offensive team, but being held scoreless here in game 1 could start hurting if you can't find something early here in the second game. I would love to see some momentum that they bring, and I'd like to see Raptors just keep the pressure they had. They only needed to save the ball twice. It's been a battle of the midfield so far.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention that is going to be a huge boost for a team like the Raptors, against sporting that 4-6 record. Don't think it's exactly indicative of what this team can do, and getting a strong game 1 win, a game 1 shutout over a team that's sitting currently towards the top of the standings at 8-2. I mean, that's a great way to get the series underway, but you got to pace yourselves. You can't get too far forward. You can't think that Motion are down and out of this by any stretch of the imagination. Just got to keep things tight, and they have been so far in game number 1. These first opening seconds, they look like they're already doing the same in game 2.
Yeah, Loco just sends one wide there, but I like the pressure they're keeping from this Raptors team, but Loco has been getting some pretty insane touches. Granva's been getting some good touches. They aren't just giving them any like quality shot opportunities.
And they've been defending that backboard well. Maybe something here in transition. Grambo, not the touch he wanted. We'll try and send this one back out middle to JP. It will be outsped, and the clear will be made by Motion. Squirrel using all of his boost, can't make contact. Instead, goes back middle to Critter, and this one is tried and true. Motion on the board for the first time in the series.
I like to see the passing play come out. Squirrel just had no boost, gives it to Critter, and just beats the one to the net. Just a great, phenomenal play by him.
Yeah, and ultimately, it looked like Squirrel just got a little too ahead of himself on the initial touch, but was able to bounce back quite well. And then the kickoff goal comes through. I apologize, I got disconnected for that half second, but we're back.
Yeah, JP just capitalizes off a botched kickoff, cheats up, and gets a quick equalizer, which really could take the wind out of the sails here for that Motion team.
Yeah, having to, get that first goal in the series, and then immediately the lead is gone. That's going to sting a little bit, but Cloud's looking to get it right back. JP, a nice touch into the crossbar to suppress the follow-up from Critter. Now Local, using all his boost to nudge this one forward, will be kept safe by Motion immediately. Trying to get that lead back again, not trying to let the Raptors gain any momentum. Local, a good dunk through the midfield. Clouds is there first, gets it out to Squirrel. Chip shot, shut down by Grambo. Now Critter will move forward. Not much rolling there as JP will sweep it away. A nice pop from Squirrel. Clouds is there, not a ton of boost. The shot, the bump, Local, squishy save, not letting that one through.
Yeah, really phenomenal play by Local. The bumps and the passes we've seen a lot of have really changed up these looks for Motion, and they've been getting a lot more looks that could result in these goals that could help them win this game too and really set the pace for them.
And now might have another look. No, Squirrel will find another clear out, and as this game goes on, it feels like the Raptors are looking better and better, but Motion have stayed in it. Obviously still a very close tied game. Local, good clear out, trying to follow this one. Grambo lurking for the demo. He finds Clouds. JP waiting middle. Local looking to do it himself with the air dribble. Will be shut down by Squirrel, and the clear made by Critter. Maybe a look here. Squirrel to Clouds. No good on the shot. The demo was there as well. That's a big chance missed.
Yeah, 100%. So far, it seems in these games that they've been looking for the other two role players on these teams to make some big plays and open up the field for their playmakers. We've seen a lot with it, with Local getting solo opportunities, with Grambo going for bumps and demos, and we've seen the passing plays from Squirrel and Critter. So I'd like to see those other players just step up and really take the series into their hands.
Good high touch from Local. Grambo finds a dunk, but Squirrel still waiting patiently off the backboard, clears it away. Local trying to get it out to JP, needs to be careful of Squirrel lurking. JP gets there into the backboard. He wants the double, no good. Critter was able to keep it out. Now Local looking for Grambo. Clouds, no boost, forces a miss. JP back to Local. The passing play is good. The 1-2 punch from the Raptors as they take the lead.
Yeah, a really phenomenal passing play. Like you said, it's not a one-man show, but Local is making it look that way. But a great pass from JP to find that goal to equalize it. And I'd say Motion really needs to find a goal here. You do not want to be down 2 at the start of this. Squirrel just barely misses that opportunity.
Yeah, that looked like it might be their chance now off the bar and away. We saw the Raptors do well being able to close down game number 1. Now looking to do it again, and they might add on another. A beautiful bit of work for Local as JP, all he's got to do is tap it in.
Yeah, Local and JP are really connecting right now. They've passed it to each other for the past 2 goals, and Motion really has no answer for those last 2.
Yeah, both those players have 100% goal participation right now. Local with a goal and 2 assists. JP with 2 goals and the 3rd assist. And ultimately, Motion need to find some way to shut them down on defense, whether it be trying to get in these plays sooner or just being able to get a better read of this duo. But right now, the offense is all them for the Raptors. And 40 seconds left to go here in regulation. Motion still cannot seem to figure things out consistently.
Yeah, 100%. as a shot gets snuck right through with perfect placement by Grambo. We haven't called his name out a lot tonight, but you got to give him props for the work he's done off ball, and he just slots the ball perfect. Critter just out of reach for it.
Yeah, it was a nice bump up front as well from JP. Was able to slow down Critter, and that allowed that shot to look even better, finding its way to the far post. Cloud shot on, saved by Local. And you know, this one was looking extremely close. Kind of felt like Motion were going to start to figure it out after they got that first goal, but ultimately the Raptors, they brought it right back. They tied it right back up, and then they just were patient. They kept the play up, and again, we mentioned that they wanted to keep it tight going into this second game. That's exactly what they've done, and this is going to be a big Game 2 victory as they're preparing to try and sweep Motion.
Yeah, something that I didn't think would be coming in for either teams as I came into this stream. I did not think either team would get a sweep and look so dominant in this series, but I thought it would have gone to a Game 5, but Local has looked dominant with JP and Grambo so far. It just seems like Critter, Squirrel, Clouds are on Motion are just kind of out of sync and haven't found answers for these passing plays.
And meanwhile, Raptors, they are looking the exact opposite of that. I mean, Local seeming to be everywhere, had a goal, 2 assists, and 4 saves to boot as well. JP was a part of every single goal there for the Raptors. He had 2 goals, 2 assists, 100% participation there. Grambo had one there late to really put the nail in the coffin, had a couple saves there as well. And it just looks like we're seeing one of these teams in Raptors looking like a well-oiled machine in Motion. They still look like they're trying to figure things out in terms of their offensive rotations, defensive rotations, just a little out of sync.
Yeah, coming into this Game 3, I really need to see from Motion for them to find an answer to those passing plays we saw last game, as you do not want to see yourself down when you have in the last 2 games only scored 1 goal.
And going into game number 3, we'll see what they can change. It was a Spanish attempt off rip from the Raptors, and just showing they will do whatever it takes to when you don't usually see a Spanish kickoff attempt to start a game, as well as starting a game when you're up 2-0.
Yeah, you can afford to play risky when you're up 2-0 in the series, especially if you can catch your opponent off guard and maybe get an early sneaky goal as JP just bangs it off the crossbar and they'll look to reset.
Yeah, that was a great look there. Once again, created by Local, was able to lift it into the backboard, found the bump in net as well, but unfortunately, just a tough angle for JP. Grambo low boost, a little bit of a dangerous touch. Demos collide. Critter and Local will trade. Clouds chasing down JP. The clear will be made by Grambo, but you can see Motion getting a little more aggressive, a little more physical to open up this first minute.
Yeah, 100%. I know that's Critter's #1 playstyle. I know he likes to go for those demos, as it looks like a clear shot for Grambo, and he'll just sneak in an open net. They may have sent everyone here on this goal.
I think the biggest thing there is look at the touch from Local, sweeping through the corner, ended up popping that one out perfectly on net, perfectly in Grambo's path, and Grambo didn't have to do anything except walk the dog.
Yeah, 100%. Local is so far ahead in this game. He can kind of controls the tempo with these touches that he can get. Just the Motion team isn't really expecting these great touches he's provided so far.
And we'll see if that's able to persist for another 3.5 minutes as, again, Motion, they got to change something up here if they want to have a chance of getting back into this one. Maybe Critter with the look up high. The double attempt will be sent down and away towards the corner. JP low boost challenge well by Cloud. Squirrel is there. Tough shot to make. Do the pinch save is made.
Yeah, maybe they sent too much on that. They all look low on boost, but I think they can settle down and clear this out, as they might. It looked like they might have a shot there, but it looks like this game will settle back down.
Tried to get him beat on the swift clear, was blocked, however. Now maybe a look here for local. Tough save for Squirrel, makes do, wins it into the backboard. Now Grambo has some space. He sees JP a little bit too much power on this one. The clear will be made out by Critter, but it falls right to local. Tries to boom it across, and again, you can just see the Raptors almost looking for each other on every single play.
Yeah, a lot more teamwork coming out from this Raptors team than this Motion team. I think that Motion is really struggling to get out of their own half right now. They just have to boom the ball away and hope they can reset and find a offensive opportunity in the next play, but really not prolonged offensive attacks here for them when they're down, and they'll need to find something to change that up.
Ultimately, looking like they're going for a lot of more high-risk plays, those lower percentage plays off the sidewall, maybe up in the air a little bit higher. Think need to maybe just get a little more gritty down in the dirt with the Raptors, as that seems to be where they thrive, being able to really pick apart Motion on offense. And meanwhile, Motion really hasn't done much. A big demo from Grambo, and immediately the turnaround is made. Critter with a good catch, gets it around JP. Grambo, last left with low boost, makes the clear out. Squirrel, a wide open net, and Motion will put one away. It took 3.5 minutes, but it's a tie game.
Yeah, just kind of caught him on a counterattack here. Grandma just kind of last back with not a lot of boost, just had to clear it any way he could, and just clears it right back to Squirrel, who just puts it back in for an easy open net for Squirrel.
Yeah, ultimately Squirrel, it was able to put that one away, and it was mostly because Critter actually mistimed the 50, didn't quite make solid contact, and that allowed the ball from Grembo to go right back up the middle to Squirrel. So a happy accident is nice double there. Squirrel tries to slow it down. Clouds and Local both up to it. Local gets the beat down to JP, lobs this one up. Squirrel, a tough read. Grambo flying in, but Squirrel still finds a clutch touch out, and Raptors really trying to get themselves back in the lead.
Yeah, Motion here on low boost. I'd like to see another prolonged attack like they haven't had at all this game, actually, come to think of it. They got a counterattack. Maybe that's what they need to find to get another goal in this game, get the game won, and get this into a series.
Yeah, gotta put something away here, and maybe overtime might be their best bet, but ultimately they're gonna try and get it done in regulation. Maybe something here from Critter will double this one forward. No boost in the tank, does get that corner steal. Clouds, the 50 will head straight out, and Squirrel backed off. He had Local beat, it looked like. Now Local flick around one. Clouds will boom it back away to the sidewall. Grambo gets past one. JP next in line. Shut down by Critter. Maybe something from Local. Final 10 seconds. Squirrel booming clear out to Clouds. Here's something late. Shot on target's good. 4 seconds. And Motion strike when it matters most.
Yeah, Squirrel finds Clouds really to get this game, I would almost say, sealed up, as it just goes right over Grambo. Really connecting like they did in the first game with the passing play at the end, but I'd like to see more of that going forward, as we will go into a game 4. No sweep for Raptors here tonight.
Yeah, Motion will keep themselves alive, but by the skin of their teeth, able to make one final play in that expiring last 10 seconds. Got it done. Squirrel was able to find that one out well, but that being said, Motion, they still looked a little bit awkward at times, but they were able to slow down Raptors offense quite a bit, and of course were able to get their offense going a little bit more. And again, it's just those little passing plays that I think they're able to find them a little bit more consistently. This series could turn around.
Yeah, 100%. Some things I noticed last game was last back being put in scary situations for Motion, but they always found a way to get it out of their half. Squirrel was left in a bunch of hard, awkward saves for him, but he found a way to get it done. I'd like to see them not have to make those plays and causes there is straight chaos as a field, as they are going for way more demos here. But
Yeah.
100%, I think that Squirrel, who was doing a lot of the saving, and I also saw that Critter had 3 demos last game. I'd like to see more of that from him.
See, but ultimately it has been a very aggressive first 30 seconds here, really, from either side. Clouds might have some sort of redirect in the midfield. No good. JP will escape way up. Grambo's there lurking. Critter looking to stall time. He's sent out. Local misses that look. Just couldn't quite find the angle with enough power. Maybe something from JP. Follow-up saved out by Squirrel. Local will take it at the helm, back to the side. Will has Grambo middle. He's off the ceiling, trying to dish something. Middle. Clouds, dangerous save, but able to find a late touch, and nothing working for Raptors early on here in the first minute. But right now, Motion are living dangerously.
Yeah, Local had a really high percentage shot. Just a shot you like to, from someone like him, is just almost a guaranteed look. He just couldn't find the angle. But if they keep giving those opportunities to him, I'm pretty sure they will find themselves punished here in the series.
Yeah, that's one of those plays where if you're Motion, you kind of look back and kind of just you sigh a sigh of relief, and you're just happy that one somehow didn't work out, and try and minimize those chances going forward. And they might have something here on offense. No, JP should have a clear out looking for Grambo, but Clouds reads it, able to intercept. Squirrel, low boost. JP goes middle. Can Local reach it? Tries the cut, not enough power. That one just a little bit too tough to reach. 2 minutes gone here in game number 4, and it has been a dogfight.
Yeah, 100%. A lot of opportunities for Raptors coming forward. Not a lot I've seen from Motion here, as Local already has 5 shots in this game, just putting on an insane amount of pressure. I would like to see some more opportunities created for Motion here to really just get this game and send it to the game 5 I thought we were going to have.
I mean, it's still very much possible as of this point. And you mentioned that Local has 5 shots, but again, obviously you can see the score is 0-0. So Motion have been able to shut him down, and that is huge for being able to really try and turn the tide of this matchup. And the next is being able to keep your offense going. Maybe a look here. Local will have the clear out, trying to do it by himself. Critter, they're lurking, going middle. Squirrel gets the beat past Grambo. JP last left. The demo look is there. Maybe something for Clouds. Local dodges the bump, will find the 50 in time. And Local, we've seen him on defense here and there. Maybe not as much in these latest games, but really able to show one there. Now maybe something here off the bar. No, double, he ran out of boost.
Yeah, Local getting another high percentage shot, just didn't save enough boost to just finish it off. Really unfortunate for Local. He is still coming up with all these shots for them. I'm sure if Motion cannot find a way to stop that they will get good looks and eventually bury one.
Ultimately, Motion sitting at 3 shots as a team right now. Meanwhile, Raptors sitting at 8, so almost 3 times as many shots coming from the Raptors side, and they're just going to be looking to keep adding on. And you feel as this game goes on that someone has got to break here. Perhaps in regulation. Local, that's a good beat. Could this be it? No, just high. Ball from JP, top right, will find it, and Raptors finally on the board.
Yeah, Local gets a great pass. It almost looked like a shot, but Squirrel just not enough boost to find the shot that JP put in. He put in a great spot so that Squirrel could not save that.
Yeah, Local is currently 0 for 7. That being said, still helping out his team well, getting that one pass there, being able to pick up a save as well, but might need to find another. Grambo, good clear out. Squirrel off ceiling, this one in dangerous territory. JP own goals! Tragedy for the Raptors, and we're all tied up!
Yeah, Squirrel got a great pop-up. It looked like he wanted to finish it, but JP just puts it top ends on his own net. That is not good going forward. That may break the mental a bit, and we all know that mental is very important in Rocket League.
Yeah, Local and Critter were both in net, and Critter may have had the beat on the redirect. This one no good as well from Local, and Raptors are going to have to try and wipe that one away from their memories, especially JP, and try and move forward in these last 30 seconds of regulation. Critter, high pop, big demo from Squirrel. Is anyone there for a shot? No! Critter misread it. Clouds was back with no boost at the midfield. Local clears this one back out momentarily. Squirrel eyeing a double. Can he put it on? Doesn't need to. Critter's there to clean up shop, and the Raptors have let it slip.
the reverse sweep just becomes more and more imminent as we are looking almost certainly at a game 5 here. Just let one slip through early and they find one to put them ahead here in a game they have not looked very dominant at all in.
This could be one last look for the Raptors. JP to local going across. JP gets caught up in a demo. Squirrel will let it drop in motion. Take back to back. And as you said, Chunk, the reverse sweep very much alive, as that seemed like the Raptors game to close it up.
Yeah, 100%. They got a lot of good looks, a lot of good shots from local. Just could not find the net. Good saves, missed opportunities, unfortunate events. But this game 5, you're gonna need to lock in. You can't afford those miscues going into this last game.
Yeah, we saw local have as many shots as the entire motion team combined. Unfortunately, the main difference was motionet's team went 2 for 7, and on the other side, local went 0 for 7. So that is something that has to be changed. Motion did a better job really creating those lower percentage shots, making it a little bit awkward. But I think we both know, Chunk, there were a couple of those shots that he should have had.
Yeah, 100%. Local, knowing him, gonna want those back. High look shots for him. Really good opportunities. Almost uncharacteristic of him, but I think if he cleans up his act, he'll bring this game 5 home for Raptors and not allow the reverse sweep. But motion will go into this game having all the momentum.
Yeah, reverse sweep on the line. Game 5, Champions Field between Raptors and Motion. Fresh 5 on the clock, and this being the last 5 minutes that we're going to see here tonight on Monday of Week 6 here in the Nemesis Gaming League. And a chance for Motion to get a huge win, but they got to shut down the Raptors, who look ready to strike on a year early.
Yeah, great demo there by JP. Clears the net and just a really free shot there for a Grambo.
It was able to get up to that sidewall well and put the shot down. And of course, JP just clearing the path. Raptors bearing some teeth now. Grambo, a little bit of a fake, has no boost. JP flies right by Critter, trying to work his way out. Cloud's looking to do the same. JP reels back for a shot saved by Squirrel. Can Grambo find a follow-up? No. Clouds sends it high towards the backboard. Will get shut down once. Critter lobbing one away. JP will find the save down. We are really seeing the offenses look better and better from either side.
Yeah, both teams are warmed up in this game 5, looking for great opportunities here. This is one of those games in the season that you're going to look back and be like, wow, that was a phenomenal game we played. This could be a preview to a playoff game 100%.
Yeah, very well could. And again, you really are seeing the potential of both these teams in this matchup. Now a great pass, middle, and Clouds puts it away. Critter serves it to him on a silver platter, and he's not going to miss that one.
A great air dribble there from from Critter to just free up Clouds to take a shot anywhere he wants on the net. Just has to beat the defender, and he just finds the area he needed to put it in. It looks like we're going to have a tight game 5 here as both teams on the board early.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest changes is I think the Raptors defense is going to be tested like it hasn't been tested before. We saw them do extremely well getting in the faces of motion early. Didn't give them a lot of shot looks, obviously. Were really low scoring in those first 2 games. Even in that 3rd game, they only put up 2. And now I have a feeling that Motion's offense is going to look much, much scarier, and we'll see how they adapt to that change.
Yeah, it's about sails over 2. Didn't really expect threat, but these passing plays I think that they've kind of created in the latter half of this series have been lethal. They haven't found an answer like JP and local had early on, but now it's the other side doing the exact same.
Yeah, it's one of the things we mentioned that Motion needed to try and change, and hey, props to them. They were able to adapt. They made that change, and they have looked much better here going into these final games. And now here in Game 5, looking to close out the reverse sweep as still knotted up 1-1, half this game left to go. Local booms into the backboard, looking for double Squirrel, even with low boost still. Will find the nice takeaway. JP towards the corner. Grambo win as well. Still, maybe a look. Critter gets it back out to the corner. JP dunked by Squirrel. Local playing safe, getting full boost, heading back. Will be forced to save this shot. A little bit awkward off the far post. Almost a really, really tragic own goal.
Yeah, I've seen in the last couple possessions that they are really trying to make Clouds awkward. They are seeing him as a threat, and they are trying to get in his face, make him awkward. They've seen him clean up these possessions defensively, and they think that he is going to keep saving away these attacks that they have put on.
Another look here from Motion as this one up high. Squirrel trying to roll it. Middle JP gets it away from Clouds. Local gonna have a little bit of time and space. The flick shut down just barely by Critter fall from Grambo. Put middle. Squirrel's clear. Cut short by Local. Clouds. Low boost sends it forward. JP is there, plays the catch towards the corner. Doesn't have much more than that. Some good boost control out of the Raptors as of right now, but still need to pounce while they have control. Grambo, nothing here. Squirrel clear made momentarily. JP trying to go middle, gets over Clouds. Demo on the far side takes out Logan. The follow-up is saved.
Yeah, Clouds were really able to get back to that, which is insane, as Squirrel gets a great shot as Grambo just barely back to save that. They are getting a lot of opportunities here. I think that if you're the Raptors, you need to shut down this offense. You were in control for a long time, and now you are getting punches sent back in your face in this Game 5.
And now final 45 seconds here in regulation. Who can clutch up when they need it? Grambo will take this one all the way back to the corner. And you gotta feel like someone's bound to break.
Yeah, a lot of mistakes in the Game 4. They've cleaned up their act. Just not a lot of mistakes, as Grambo might seal the series with this goal. 100% a good look here, given Clouds just got a heavy touch, and Critter didn't expect Grambo to shoot it with the amount of power he got. And if you're Critter, you might want that one back, but the game's not over. You still got 30 seconds to come back with the goal to equalize it.
Yeah, it was just not the approach he needed. Started turning way upfield and then got beat, but maybe a chance here for Motion to turn it around. This one shot on target, and it's good from Squirrel. Motion will not go down quietly.
Yeah, another passing play coming from Squirrel, and Clouds got a great opportunity. JP just couldn't get there in time. JP, I think that might count as an own goal, but not as costly as the first one.
Definitely not, but now 15 seconds left here before a possible overtime. Both these teams looking to end it before that. Maybe a look for Clouds. Shot on JP. Makes the save. Maybe a follow-up look. No one's going for it. Local will take it. Finds the clear out. This one looking to drop Critter. Will keep it alive a little longer. Flick into the backboard. Drops in front. Game 5 overtime. Reverse sweep on the line.
Yeah, they've had great opportunities the last seconds as the ball would drop dangerously down. They had a great opportunity there too with almost looked like a fake from Squirrel, as they will look to settle things down here in this overtime. We have had high-flying offenses, Clouds. Great attempt.
Yeah, I mean, this is both these teams looking as dangerous as danger can be, and we're seeing a lot of pressure building on either side. Dangerous bounce up high. Critter has low boost, signs a soft touch out. Local going middle. Grambo is there, but gets beat by Squirrel. JP takes the mid boost, turns, gets it to Grambo, sends this one out a little bit too much behind it. Critter will have the clear. JP secures it back to the corner. A miss there from Local. Clouds rips it across, and Grambo will turn in the clear momentarily. Local shutting down this one from Squirrel. He's off the ceiling, gets it past Clouds. Grambo's there, and Raptors get it done. They fend off the reverse sweep, and they send Motion home packing.
Yeah, great pass. Critter just didn't get there. The passing play will end off the series, which I believe that is a great way to send it off, as passing plays really help teams really just get the edge. So hard to read with these infield passes, as we had a great series here tonight.
Absolutely, what a way to end off this night. I mean, Local talked about his playmaking ability. He got it out, and Grambo, a hat trick in the game 5 overtime. That is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, Grambo really stepped up when his team needed it the most. Grambo, he may have been quiet those first couple games, but getting those key goals in the final game really sets him apart, and really a team effort coming from this Raptors team. Crip will be happy with the performance they put up here on stream.
Yeah, absolutely. He will. Shout out to Crip behind the scenes, and also shout out to our Nemesis subscribers. Appreciate all their donations, all their subscriptions. Really, really playing a big impact here at the Nemesis Gaming League. Big shout out to them once again. Make sure to join up, subscribe yourself. We'd really appreciate it here over at Nemesis. Again, shout out to Flame, Storm Reaper, Wiggle, Crotera, Fenrir, Neon, Street Soul, and of course, Critter. That being said, what a night here at the Nemesis Gaming League. That is all we have. We are going to be back normal time, 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. We're going to have Player of the Week. We're going to have 3 great matches. Make sure not to miss it. I've been Dronis alongside Chunk Light. We'll see you next time.